Welcome everyone, anyone who is awake. I've been awake for a few hours now, but it's because it's too hot. But that's okay. It won't be this way forever. Yes, we are continuing with CitizenSleeper, and look at that, 32. And of course, I am an Extra Life streamer, and I am specifically raising funds for Sick Kids Toronto. Links somewhere on my Twitch page there. Risen72 here on Twitch. Also on Twitter and Instagram and Threads. I have to start using that. And at Risen72 on YouTube. I am now any stream you may happen to have missed, starting with CitizenSleeper. Actually, my original playthrough, actually no, I think I already played it when I did it on stream, however long ago. Anyway, Insomniac's first Spider-Man, that's on there, but it's the old version, Peter's original face. That's on there too still, but now I'm going to be doing a better job on these streams. So CitizenSleeper, the first two are up there. Yesterday's and today's, I will start the uploading today, later today, so by tomorrow the next two should be up there. But anyhow, that's where you can find me. Any questions about Extra Life, about how donating works, donating to sick kids works, I keep nothing. It's all going to sick kids. And any questions about that, please reach out to me. It's always important to ask exactly where your money is going to be going when you're deciding to donate to a charity. Never feel guilty about asking questions. There's charities, there's a ton of different charities. A ton are handled differently. Donations are handled differently. Charity to charity. It's not just a blanket way. It is your hard-earned money that you're going to put forth, so ask all the questions until you feel comfortable. It's as simple as that. Do not feel guilty about that. Because unfortunately, there are also scams out there too. Or at the very least, deceptive about how exactly your money is applied. So be sure to always ask those questions. You can definitely ask me, and if I don't know specifically, I will get you the answer. Based on your question. I don't know what your question is, you haven't asked me yet. So, that's what's going on there. But yes, we are continuing with CitizenSleeper. Yeah, this, choose your own adventure kind of stuff. It does not bother me, all the reading. I'm even reading out loud for you all, shockingly, because sometimes I can't talk at all. How many points do I have? Just one still. Yeah, I'm waiting for 2. So I really don't care about those other 2 things I don't have in column 1 there. But I think I want to get... Cryo actions are discounted. Yeah, I think Obsessive Haggler will be next. Let's get into some money management, There's nothing says fun video game like money management. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Rin72 on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitch, All the info's there. Extra Life page, Facebook fundraiser page. That's how you can donate. If you are unable to donate, again, do not feel guilty. Help me spread those links around. Tell people about Extra Life. Join Extra Life. Become an Extra Life streamer yourself. It's a lot of fun. You meet amazing people. Anyway, so where we're at, look at that nasty ass quest list. So right now we're trying to deal with the hunter that's coming to kill us. So we're after the core nest, but we have to make, I don't know, I've already forgotten, more ship mines or something like that. It's constantly tracking you of itself. Oh, that's right, it's in, hold on. We now have to go to the Warrens. We tracked it down to the Warrens. And we have to do 2, 4, 6 things to find the nest here. That's what's happening. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. We're doing good with stabilizers. We are now discounted. Instead of 100 credits, they're only 80. Big savings. Big savings. So we're tracking down Hunter. Disabling our tracker, of course, that spills into Hack Harden's network, which means we have to locate the low-end agents. That's kind of hitting the back. That's not exactly on a timer. Helping Lem is just a nice thing we do. We met Lem, who also has a daughter, so we'll help him out by babysitting every now and again. For actual work, where are we at? We're over here at the side reel. We're about halfway through the big timer thing. Oh, and with the doctor. Oh yeah, Ethan. So, okay, before I get into that. Find Ashton. Oh, that's for Ankita. Ankita stuff's hitting the back burner because we have to open up a whole new area for that, and I don't feel like doing that just now. So Ankita and finding Ashton, that's far on the back burner. Working for Rabia, so we're in with Yadigan now, who was hunting the Dr. Sabine, I believe her name is? Sabine, if I'm correct. So Sabine's kind of gone underground, and yeah, we got some information for her, but anyway, she went far underground, and Rabia, who was tracking Sabine, has kind of befriended us, so we have the option to become a Yadigan agent for now, which is fine. We're not turning on Sabine or turning her in. We don't know where she is anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you know, that's infiltrating the Yadigan. Some think they're a gang. They consider themselves the police force of the Eye because there is no police force. So that's also kind of on the back burner because the deal with Ethan now, he's all bounty hunting contracts on me are done. They're now sending the person who apparently crashed my ship to begin with, and how I even ended up with the Eye. So there's a big ass timer on that one. Where is it? There it is. That's the timer. So look at that. Maywick. Maywick is coming. Crueler than winter, apparently. So let's do, yeah, we'll do a thing for Ethan here. Work the back. That's what we have a plus with, so we'll drop the 4 on that one. So the plan right now is trying to eliminate things that are coming to kill me, so that's where we're going to work on the Warrens now. +1 for that, so. Whoa! Damn. I wish now I hadn't dropped that 4. You see it, a starburst of data, segments and strings haphazardly angled, emanating from below. Now to find the path down. The drippy, dark, derelict quarters of the Warrens hide the hunter's final nest. Let's find it. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. Now, also, we met this dude, Castor.
Transfer B is office there. And Caster, we gathered some data. We got a ship mind and a stabilizer, which is pretty cool. So let's see if there's anything worth hacking. Yadigan agents. We also have a perk that doubles up our data that we hack, which is nice. Havenage and Yadigan. Yeah, let's do Yadigan here. Transport intercepts. And we're up to 4. Great. Yeah, icebreaker perk, that's what that is, so that helps. And we're on to Havenage here. Got a 2 for that one. Okay. And let's see, is there... Oh, we're running low on those. Okay. Well, we're kind of infiltrating Yadigan stuff, so continue on with that. That's at 1. That will round out this cycle. Uh-oh. Okay. Exchange, yeah, we're not going to do anything there. Get some. Oh, where's emphasis placed? There we go. Oh, and also for Fang, what's next with Fang and tracking down his agents is for information. Where is it? There it is. Minji Express. We do express delivery, and that will get us info. I just got one more of that, so... Noodle manufacture, that's kind of just to make money, and some free food if you succeed. This is where you want for the information, that's where we get the targets there, so... Actually, one more will finish that off, so maybe I should do that. But anyway... 15 crash. I should be getting a discount. Eventually, we gotta get those mushrooms, but I have to... It's not apparent. I don't think it's anywhere in this section. I think I have to go to another section, and I haven't looked it up yet, because that is probably the furthest on the back burner. So anyway, that's this cycle. More emphasis noodles is on the backest of back burners. Okay, well, not super great. I don't have any 5s or 6s. Well, this will make this a 5. I can't do that anymore? Action unavailable. What the fuck? Why not? Sea danger, enter the cloud again while in the warrants. The hunter is close. Okay, but I don't have intuition upgrade. Hold on a second. Give me a tuition upgrade? Well, well, we're committed to that upgrade now anyway.
Yeah, I'm not dropping a 4 in there. No, I think it's better spent with noodles over here. Oh, that's engaged, not a plus. Oh, here it is. No. Damn it. Caster, are you? No, he's not letting me do that. I don't know if that'll ever repeat, but that was pretty cool. Well, I've got 6, so let's do that. Well, extra cash is always good. Does that bring me to 4? 2, huh? I always like to leave a couple just in case something comes up. Well, I guess we can work on compressor then. Poor Ethan, because the hunter is coming. Buddy. So. Oh, that's right, and we also made friends at the Overlook. Yeah. Get some rations here, though. Cheaper than Memphis. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well. Alright. Well, that wasn't as good as I had hoped. But let's hack some stuff. Yeah, I never want to leave any dice unused if I can help it, so... Okay, well, not a ton happened that day. Oh, also there's an apartment I can get that I've been working on. That might even further back murder than Emphasis. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Still with that, eh? Yeah, I wish I had something better than a 4. take neutral. I will take neutral all day. Oh, we could track some Yadigan. Oh, we got 8 of those things? Yeah. Let's do it. Oh. Tank cryo. Nothing wrong with that. Really? Alright, well, we're just gonna be silly with Havenage stuff then. Oh, you know what? We should buy another stabilizer. That's good to spend money on. Great. That's what I'm talking about. 5s and 6s. Okay, well, 5s, but some of the things will turn into 6s. Overlook. Cryo, please. Or, rations, I should say. Alright. Warrens is still saying that. Okay. But we gotta finish this off. Positive, positive, positive. Neutral. Yeah, bastard. Now I'll get positive. Neutral. Either way, it's done. Alright. The dark of the Warrens is exhausting with little sense of direction. It's like crawling through a sleeping creature's veins. Nasty. Alright. What does that do? Core nest. Hack the core nest. Yeah. Hack the planet. Neutral. Oh, what? Nothing has changed. Something gone wrong? Uh-oh. Navigator. Sentience Guidance Protocol. Sleeper, I am here. The voice is soft, gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. Is it the vending machine? At first you struggle to understand what you were looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest. A loop with no end, and there, at its center, the ship mind. But not the ship mind any longer, a sphere spinning around another sphere, an orrery of... orrery? I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right. Of cycles and systems, a map, and then behind and above, a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. Neovend? Navigator now. Alright. But yes, I was once inside that machine. Oh damn. Upgrade. Navigators face their head as a flying shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. That head bows. That's good. We want those friendly feelings. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Ready what? No, I'm ready. Yeah, let's do this. Oh shit. And then Hunter is there. Before you can think, before you can speak. Entities cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Hunter's threads search for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles, searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike! You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacements keep coming. Faster than you can react, you look to Navigator in desperation. Yeah, Navigator, help out! Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering their data, feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Okay. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking tasting. Ugh. Their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Wow. It's a hell of a visual. Identifying entity. Uh-oh. Identifying entity. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not going to say that either. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies, modified routines, above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Well, that was the plan. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. Huh? Did we just catch Hunter in a loop? Or a paradox? Am I using either of those terms correctly? My high knowledge of any kind of hacking is based on movies, mostly Hackers and The Net, which were both amazing 90s movies. It's fun to watch those movies now because the phones we hold in our hand are more powerful than those machines ever were. It's pretty cool. A switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend. Invoke. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter. The threads that grabbed you drift away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. I think Hunter's breaking. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Neovens, no. Navigator's voice is still strange. Familiar and yet distant. Is it safe? It is looping, unable to reach a conclusive position. It is deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. Yeah, okay, I get it. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. Yeah. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. Is it suffering? Yeah, because I'm not evil. This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious, I know myself to respond to stimulus, I know myself to reason. That is either sentience or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. I was not made to be like this. I'm a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and whole solar systems apparate before them, the music of these spheres. But I was rewritten. Not much is obvious from my routines. By whom and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. Their starlight dims. So here we are, in darkness. What else did you lose? That is the blessing, the curse of forgetting. You cannot truly know what you lost. Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping Hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns all shivering. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain somewhere else on the station. It is the true danger. You know, you fix one thing and then here comes something else. Again, I'm trying to use video games to escape life, but you know, whatever, that's fine. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect killers there among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship line. Take me there, Sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen hunter, floating at some distance now. Stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looming endlessly in the dark. Wow. Drive complete. We actually completed a drive and not just added 8 more. Well, that's a pretty productive half hour right there. Abandoned house. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's my house. Well, it's going to be if I fix it up. Okay. Sorry. Finished my tea before it got too cold. Alright. Well. What do we want to work on now? Yeah. Give ourselves a +1 to intuition anyway. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Thrill Seeker. That might be an idea. Oh, that's engaged, that's fine. Yeah. Well, a chance for free food. There we go, that worked out. Alright, we're good on stabilizers. Might as well hack something and call it a day. I got a ton of habitats. Any Gadigans? There we go. 2? 1, of course. This must be their section of the ship or something, I don't know. Oh, this is Yadigan stuff. Well, who takes Habitage? Somebody takes Habitage. Must be the tea house. Yeah. Yeah. Tableau room. Oh, that's gambling. Okay. Nope. Just trying to see. Q12. Okay. 254. Alright. Is this Founder's Gap? When you mention in Kita the spacer selling passes smiles, they give you a discount to the Greenway. Yep, that's the Greenway. Let's
get that going. Cross to the Greenway. As you step into the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumbling down the corridor. Oh, well, that's nice. Ash. How dare you? You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer, laden with heavy gear. She steadies herself, staring you down as if daring you to respond. Okay, alright. Now this is interesting. I could stay silent, which is, you know, antisocial. I could say, excuse me, but, like the proud, absolutely proud Canadian I am, of course it's my fault that somebody else backed into me. She just strapped on her shoulder, holding up a hand in recognition before setting off down the corridor. Oh, there we go. Peek. Uh-oh. I'm sorry for her. A second spacer smiles at you apologetically. There we go. She might be Canadian too. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, they shrug. Not a problem. Again, Canadian. They smile. You're sweet. I am sweet. Peek. Ash stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever end she is rushing to. Peek raises up their eyebrows at you. Ash, please, do you want everyone on this station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us, they can hate us. She drops her hip. Her hip, okay. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky we got through before they set up that damn cordon. Gordon? Peek gestures in your direction. See, they don't even know what you're talking about. The station isn't Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ash sighs. I'm not saying that they are part of the administration. She jerks her head in your direction, but I am saying we need to get these supplies to the Briar before someone starts asking questions. There we go. Can I help? Peek smiles shyly. See, Ash, help. Isn't that exactly what we need right now? Because, you know, I don't have enough quests over here, right? So let's get some more. Peek. Ash rolls her eyes. We are with the refugees. The ones Havenage have cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones that are being quarantined in makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators have called an existential risk, and are running out of supplies while their right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Yeah, seriously. Peek sighs. She's right. People are trapped out there, and they turn to Ash. We understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Ash interrupting, but Ash turns away, her burning anger a palpable force in the close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. That's terrible. Ash looks back at you, her fierceness fading. Peek, please. Ash gathers herself and the supplies. Ash, we need help. Just like the refugees needed us, we need others too. They smile at her. Peek turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked at the broken spoke, past the greenway in the waste. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. They squeeze your hand. Ash turns and leaves. Turns to leave, and Peek follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming empty-handed. You want help? Show us. Bring supplies or don't come at all. Wow. And with that, they disappear around the corner, Ash already picking up speed as Peek calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla. Where are they coming from, and why now? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. Right? Right? The game is software. New drive, yes. Because why not? Flotilla aid. Bring mushrooms to... No! No, I have to get mushrooms for... well, no, those are grill caps. Those aren't mushrooms? Oh my god. Map the pathways, walk the greenway. I got a +1 for both of those, so that's good. Fucking self-sustaining community. Work the grow beds. The grow beds are the heart of the commune, feeding the members and fulfilling the labor. You're invited to assist in maintaining. Well, that's nice. Newcomers to the commune can work within the canteen, preparing and serving food for those that make the compound their home. Artificial wilderness. Rather than hiking around wilderness, you can make use of your skills, tap into the cloud, and find Ashton by his signals. Hey! There we go. Tracking Ashton. So that's where that is. Seems like the obvious way to track someone, but in this overgrown tangle, the simple task suddenly becomes difficult. Okay, so Ashton's in the greenery, in the wild margins. Oasis. Gather scrap. Out here, the edge of the inhabitable parts of the eye, everything is scrap. The trick is finding components that are still usable and staying safe. Okay. Oh. Climbing briar. Supply grills. Garoles, whatever. Ask you to bring supplies, and fragrant eye-grown girl caps seem like the perfect thing to her. Input to... No. Welcome to episode Flux. Oh, well, we're not... Okay, we are not going that far yet, because I'm not getting into DLC before we finish the base game. That's just crazy talk. Still, I'm not seeing anywhere that I can get mushrooms around here. Explore the greenway is only another place, so ground defy mapping. I'll probably have to explore it more. Alright, well anyway, it's open to us, so that's good. Back to the rim. Okay, well that was a fun day. When you finish your tea, and then for the next 20 minutes, you forget that you finished your tea. And you keep reaching for your tea, and you're like, oh no, the tea's gone. Alright, we got 5s. So, where's the best place to apply these 5s? Bar shift. I know, I want to keep making friends over there. But buy rations for now. Alright, full stomach to start the day. Okay. We still got 3 stabilizers, so that's okay there. TOs. Find Ashton, Flotilla aid, whatever. Ethan's protection, that's right. And Hardwood's network, okay. So, Express. Delivery. Let's do that. Positive. All right. Here we go. A sleeper, you see Fing coming up the corridor as you stop out of Mingji's. The kelp nudie smell still coming to your clothes. Ugh, kelp. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Fang palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives for worms. Oh, more of those? My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 target... Oh, there's only 2? Okay, he squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. What do we do? Arden's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripperworms in those ports, 1 each, and they'll find me anything and everything stored on Harden's Shadow Network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes to the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Mingji. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell, and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny Ripperworm drives in your pocket, and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Well, there's a phrase. Alright, so... Hack Harden's Network. Let's track that.
Oh, right, hacking. What? But I have... Oh, man. Fine. Really? I mean, there's a 5 right there. Oh, right, the other one was a 6. Okay, either way, who cares? I got it now. Extract. Alright, agent port unlocked. Good. Yeah, what? Oh. There we go. Get one in there anyway. Great. And I will need a 6 for the other one, so that's that. We can use some more Hattigan stuff. So, Hattigan? Nope. Hattigan? Yes. 1. Damn. Arden. Hattigan. 1. Really? Really? Fine. Have it introduced then. Extract. Extract. Okay. I guess I should use a stabilizer, and the trick is to do it before you end the cycle because you want to get 6s the next day. Gotta do some more for the Ethan thing, because I don't know what that Maywick stuff is going. Maywick. Oh, I just, like an idiot, I just said a helpful tip and then I didn't do it. Bloody hell. Alright. Okay. We can salvage it. Because we will throw some more compressor here. Work the back. There we go. Ah, that's annoying. Talk about learning to take your own advice, you know? Alright. Take the stabilizer. There we go. Sometimes I feel it takes a beat too long, and I'm freaking out. Anyway. No. Or look. Look me up. Okay. that 6? There's your 6. I'm starting to think Fang's part where he's going to disable my tracker, that's going to be like the more end game. Like that's how the game ends, where the tracker's disabled or something. Because I know it's a video game, so things have to spiral out the more you do it. But that feels like that's like a final thing for an end game kind of stuff. So like, okay, the overarching bad guy isn't after you anymore. And maybe there's like an after game where now you can build your life on the eye. Because from what I've gleaned for the purposely very little I've looked up for CitizenSleeper 2 is that it's a whole new set of characters. I don't think it's a continuation of this Sleeper. But I'm not sure. Again, I'm definitely going to get it, so when I know for sure, like if it's a sequel like Spider-Man 2 and all the... Yeah, I watched the hell out of that 12-minute of gameplay because how can I not? But I'm not trying to figure out if, you know, who's going to be Venom, if it's going to be Harry or somebody else, because as far as I can tell, I haven't seen Eddie Brock anywhere, you know, has Morbius secretly in the game this whole time. I'm not trying to figure any of that stuff out, because I know I'm going to get it anyway, so. Alright. As you walk into the tambour, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Yeah, I can approach. I work there too. You come up behind Fang and he turns and notices you. Jenna stops mid-tirade as you arrive. She turns to you. You again. You here to vouch for this layabout? I am. Well, what are you two up to? Fang winks at you and interjects. It's like I told you, Jenna. I'm helping them out, getting them settled, sorting their life out. They are a sleeper. You know what that means? Jenna softens. She looks a little embarrassed. Of course I know. She stops to think. Look, Fang, I get it. You're trying to help, but if you want to keep this job, you're going to need to be a bit more reliable. Fang nods solemnly. Won't happen again, Jenna, I promise. Yeah, we'll see. She looks suspiciously between the two of you. Okay, then. And look, I didn't mean to... Just be cool, alright? She turns and walks back to the bar. Well, I didn't know you'd stand up for me, Sleeper. Fang claps you on the back. I appreciate the solidarity. Now... Okay. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you are really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams coming direct from the Ripper worms as they dig through agents' data and spin it into the threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the displays with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway, Fang says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? Fang nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility right here on the eye. He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the waste? The waste? I just got access to the waste. Was he about to give me a discount? The waste. The section of the... Oh, I've been there, so I shouldn't have answered that way. Damn it. The section of the eye Irwin wouldn't reclaim was too damaged, too cut off. Back before the collapse, people got here by going down the connected spoke from the hub, but that spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way, round the rim, past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Oh no, I'm in the greenway, not necessarily the wastes. Whatever. Fang looks away, thinking Conway may have been making moves on the system since the collapse, but I heard they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out, and reclaimed the whole rock. Why work with Harden? Access? Old connections? Not sure, but if Harden is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Fang stares into the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Harden has been prepping, has been planning, has to be there. We are going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles. Okay, good. You're on the back burner again. And then I'll See you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell by the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Thanks, squeeze your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with us. I mean, it's a video game. What else am I going to do? I haven't forgotten about that track reverse. Yeah, thank you. Either, but I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a master scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. Fan grinned wildly. Now I've got to go ask for some time off from Jenna. Wish me luck. Or just lose your job. He waves as he walks back to the bar where Jenna is standing with a deep exhaustion in her eyes. Yeah. I got an upgrade point. And a new drive. Crack Conway. Alright, well I got like 5-6 cycles, he said. So, yeah, let's work on Ethan's bit. Compressor cloud, what do we got? 4 more? Endure. We can do that. Positive, positive, positive. Neutral. Positive, positive, positive. Positive! Am I just getting 1 click no matter what? Oh yeah, look at it, it's just plus. 1 plus. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's check out the overlook here. Can I get away with a 3? Should I try? Roll the dice. Negative! Oh, ouch. You sleepwalk through your shift, eye on the clock, you break a glass, and the sound seems to reverberate inside your skull. Did not want to do that. Yeah. Alright. How am I doing on data? 12. Good God. Oh, make that money back in. Oh. Alright. Alright, well let's see if we can wrap up the compressor stuff, because Maywick is on the way, and that is more terrifying than Killer. Of course, Killer's on the way too. What a 5. Something. Negative. Oh no, neutral. Okay, neutral's good. I was worried for a second. They're never going to release my debt. The shits. Ethan kicks at a locker and the sound rattles loudly around them. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Calm down, they'll do it. Ethan laughs. There's no way. He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having snivelly little shits like us to work their club, stays on the overheads, and they get the bosses around. Kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Some shit about getting back to me. I swear to God, these are the most straight-edge gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I laugh too, it's funny. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spaces, bringing nail guns into the club, or pouring endless shots of G-roll for ignorance.
ignorant, have an interested work crews. He looks at the locker again. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited, I haven't got my gun. Remember? But you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you have there. I didn't have an idea. It's a terrible idea. But it is, though. But is it, though? But is it, though? He gives you a look. I don't mean shooting up the place, I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywood gets her? Shut him down? Shout him down? I need that gun if I want to keep my end of the deal. It's simple, an explosive personality for a distraction at the front. He places a hand on your own chest, a sneaky sleeper to go into the back. What about the debt? We've done our time and the wounds they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands after my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll want you dead even more. Either works, at least I've never have to see the inside of this shithole again. He gives the locker one last kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this, then we both move on. Then we both move as one and meet up in the bright market after. But don't take too long, or I really will shoot the place up. You know I'll do it. Really? Grab the gun. Critical action. Yeah, I'm gonna need at least I have to have a 6 to even try that. That's just craziness. Alright. Upgrade. I just have one? Yeah, so we'll wait. Let's head over to the Greenway for a quick sec. Founders Ferry, Greenway, Biosphere. Map the pathways. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than all of that. Service dock. Waiting for Fang, okay. Oh yeah, so I do have access to the waste, kind of. Can I hack over here? Oh! Greenway gate, hello. Slot a Greenway cipher. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, okay. So that's something new for the Greenway. Alright, well, that's it for the Greenway. Smoke. Scale and smoke. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that just yet. What was that? Oh, Ravi's office. Yeah, to get business. Okay, so he's still not giving anything up. Control the ward. So when I fail that, we'll use a condition that just saps energy. Neutral. There we go. Take that. Alright. Next stuff, 6 and 10, Yadigan, yeah. So, yeah, I need a 6 to do that other thing. For Ethan. I hate that I'm Ethan's buddy. It's ridiculous. Avenage, do they take Yadigan? Yep. Yada 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 again. get back over there, Overlook, don't worry. Alright. On 6. Good enough. Positive. Alright. The gun tucked safely into a pocket, you work your way down the stairs that lead up to the office. The doorman passes you and you exchange nods. It seems like you're in the clear. You hurry on, eager to get up before anyone spots anything. As you come down the main stairway into the front of the club, you see Ethan entering. He has a dark look in his eyes which troubles you. He is reaching in the pocket of his coat. Slowly, carefully, you catch his eye and he raises an eyebrow. You shake your head. A long pause. Then he nods and turns around, walking back out of the club. You exhale, not realizing you were holding your breath. Then you are out, without a single shout, without anyone noticing. You meet Ethan around the corner on a quiet, bright market walkway. You have it? He looks nervous. What were you doing back there? I was about to start a distraction like we agreed. Just show me. You lift it out of your pocket and it is colder, heavier than you expected. Ethan watches you take it out. Nice. Now if you would, he beckons with his hand. A memory jumps into your mind of Ethan in the compressor, hand out, asking for his gun back. A memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain. You flinch. Wait. Ethan just, come on, hand it over. Okay. I don't want to hand it over. Do I point the gun at Ethan? No. Funny, Ethan narrows his eyes. Okay, now I'm pointing the gun at Ethan. So you can learn. Well done, you. Fortunately, it's a little too late. You noticed the hand in his pocket. You had so many cycles to try to end this, and yet here we are. Shut up. You still don't get it, do you, Sleeper? When they canceled that contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payout, any way of getting off this shitty station. Everything. All I had left was you, a naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked. And now we are done. But the contract is cancelled. Stay silent. He stares fearlessly at you. I can't believe you thought I'd kill one of my own for you. For what? Helping me wash dishes? Maywick is like me. We understand each other. He's here, you know, on the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract 50-50, but enough of a finder's fee that I can get out of this shithole. He's lying. At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you are the one who I trust to spot a lie. He winks. Doesn't matter either way. I already called him. Oh, fuck. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing from you, though, Sleeper. In all our cycles working in that shitty club, he smiles. People never know when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. They watch it coming, watch their death flying in at a fraction drive speed. You have had every chance, and yet you still kept on going like some idiot robot going through the motions, even when you knew you'd be crushed. He smirks. And let me tell you something else. The shot enters through his upper back, and he crumples immediately to the ground. You drop too without thinking, pressing yourself to the walkway floor like it might save you. Silence. There's Maywick. Oh, damn. You look up and see him coming down the walkway, silent, eyes alight. Maywick. Oh, shit. Freeze in fear. Here it comes. Move. You can't. Move. You inch forward. Move. God damn it. You go for it. You rush forward and a shot sounds out. You feel it ripple over your back. Then you are lifting the gun and you scramble to your knees behind Ethan's body and fire. You close your eyes. The eye. You fire again and again and again until the clip is empty and all that left are clicks. Oh, that's not good. Then you drop the gun and stand up. You don't hear anyone. You don't hear anyone running. You don't hear anything. You just hear the sound of your own breath. You start walking, stepping over Ethan's static body, walking along the walkway, and then past Maywick, his eyes now dark, some mechanical fluid leaking from his chest, perhaps the same fluid that is inside you. Well, no wonder he's so good at it. He's probably another sleeper. Try not to think about it. You keep going, and the sound comes back. The eye comes back. As it does, you hear the sound
of thousands of people getting on with their lives, thousands of people who are just going to keep going until they can't anymore. You woke up and all you see are the wheeling stars. So, is he dead? And then past Maywick, his eyes now dark. So Maywick's dead too. You woke up and all you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning and you are suddenly dizzy, though the eye has always spun like this, hasn't it? And you don't stop walking, you keep going. That's all there is now, the path forward. SNRP have left you no history, no past to speak of, just a void that threatens to swallow you if you slow down. You think of Ethan's smile, his voice, and feel sick. His smile, what? Is it over? You aren't sure if it can ever be, but you are still here and you can't stop now. There has to be a better end than this. For a few chits more. So, okay, the compressor is not an option. The compressor bar is not an option anymore. I just beat the game. No, I don't know. Well, Ethan's dead, and I guess I killed Maywick as well. Oh, I'm good. Okay. Well, I still got a ton of shit to do, so... yeah. What the darn? Okay, well, alright. Reroll all of your dice, once recycle, obsessive haggler, thrill seeker, chance to gain energy, self-repair. You scrap components at home to repair condition. Oh, to repair condition. Oh, okay. But I don't have a ton of scrap. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. Reroll all your dice. Reroll all your dice once per cycle. Well, actually, yeah, you know what, that might be the most useful, because of, yeah. Gonna shit roll that when you start the cycle. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that one. And it didn't let me do Obsessive Haggler because I haven't put anything into Thrill Seeker. So maybe I'll work on Thrill Seeker and Obsessive Haggler. Okay. Alright, so that was crazy. Let's just calm down, have some rations. Oh boy. Negative. Come on, man. Neutral, there we go. Another neutral, I'll take it. Oh, that's the reroll. Yeah. I'm not doing that now. So what is the... okay, it's not there. crazy, man. I mean, Ethan was annoying. Finally got rid of Ethan. But the whole, you know, Maywick is coming kind of, oh. You wake from dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to get to sleep, and you suspect that isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened. But you also feel something else as you get up. The thumb of power stud. Wait, get up. Thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water like every morning. You feel something was lifted, something that's been hanging over you since you arrived on the station. Try not to think about it too hard, but you question it. You just let that lightness stay. Let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that if you don't focus on it, don't look at it directly, it won't get scared and leave you. Then the lightness will stay for this cycle, and then another, because after all that's happened, a little lightness would be nice. Wow. Okay, so that reroll kind of worked, I like that. Alright, overlook. Let's close that off. Figured as much. Neutral. There we go. The Garou slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff Talus says is aged wooden casks stored in some closed-off part of the old station among corroded wires and softly looping systems, though sometimes it's hard to tell if Talus jumping. Either way, you like pouring the stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink. Cut through the aniseed, mushrooms, wood as the alcohol evaporates. Cut through with, mushrooms, nasty. You like those who order it too. The aged Garou is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Watch the spacer. They're far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it back underneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear the hallmarks, pale, back-suited, bird-boned, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. But the closer you look, the less you see it tight. Pale eyes, almost gray, but kind. Delicate fingers that slightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair almost covering a forehead scar. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out our body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that rolled out of SNR's biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm. A rough little split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open. A huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit, Tala breathes. In from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit. Tala? Sleeper, she ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. How'd you get that up here? Tala puts a hand on her hip. Are you going to help me or what? You come around the bar and take side of the tank. Okay, he says, I'm a count 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow, you hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room where you place it in a corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh shit, Talos apologetically. I know you like those. That's okay. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis, I mentioned him already. My guy on the door. Deals with the suppliers. Tall, she sighs. He was supposed to be back from emptying shop on the Greenway by now. Back with our Creole. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's got lost again, or joined the Haifa commune. We need that Creole. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambience.
She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So, I'm taking matters in my own hands. Welcome, Sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. You look around the dank back room. Needs some work. She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, oh, here we go. I might need some help, though. You up for it? She knocks on the tank and it could be fun. Happy to help. Okay. I'm excited. She grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. One half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back with you look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she smiles. So how about you build the still and tub while I work on the rest? Oh wait, Sleeper, I have an idea. Tal is grinning now and it makes you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Will it fit? We'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. This is going to be great. And she sighs to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping again. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. New drive. Through the Overlook. So if we track that, now that we've opened up, yeah, I know you're there, Memphis, but now that we've opened up Greenway over here, no. Alright, well, let's try and map this shit up. Map the pathways. Simplest way to explore the green is to simply pick a path and set off on the path. This carries obvious risks. And then risky. Well, I've only got 3s, which will be 4s. I don't want to sacrifice a condition, so let's do map the path. Neutral. I'll take neutral. Negative. Who earns? Okay. Oh, the Overlook for a sec. Oh, that's right. The rations are done. Damn. Memphis. Fungus fan. I am not. But I'm role-playing in a video game, so it's okay. End the segment. Yeah. I do have a 5, though. Not a hell of it. Hey! That was a good idea. Okay, good. Alright. What was happening here? Oh, the merchant thing will be back. Good. Alright. Well. Yeah. There's no point in tracking that until I can figure out where the hell to get those things, so help set up the distillery. I mean, that's the fun one, right? You know. Well, let's also check on this apartment that I should have. Endure. Alright, let's drop a 6 on it, because at least that'll be positive. There we go. We gotta put some work into that one. Alright, so back to the Overlook. Build the still. No, we're gonna build the still.
Build that still. Negative. Damn. Ooh. Not great. That was a waste. Big old waste. Well, that's unfortunate. It's about the same. That's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, the rations. Hold on. Actually. Neutral. There we go. Free energy and some cryo. I will take it. Alright. Overlook. There we are. Build that still. Build that still. Still building the still. Positive. Nice, 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 nice. Neutral, that's fine. Negative. Oh. Boo. Earns. Actually, no. We'll take it. I don't know why I'm very excited to build this. Ooh, a 6. We're keeping that. Yeah, because that's 4s and 5s. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I mean, I'm a whiskey drinker, so, you know, it's kind of neat. Alright. Well. Is there anything else that is best used for a 6? Well, now I definitely need it to be this. Jesus. That did not work at all. It's just minus energy, so what the hell, right? Hey, look at that. Build that still. Talus stands back from the newly finished still in tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins. The overworked distillery is in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you. How's sourcing ingredients? Talus smiles. I think I've got most of it covered between the food factories on the low end and the farm stacks on the greenway. However, there is an issue. Tell me. Well, Garol the drink, as you probably has guessed, is named after the Garol, the mushroom. I knew they were mushrooms. That's what gives it the golden color and the earthy taste. Yeah, that earthy taste is fucking nasty. That's why I hate mushrooms. Anyway, it's ruining my little fantasy distillery here. The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms along with the yuck, gross. No, distillery is fun. Let's replace mushrooms with, I don't know, not mushrooms. That means you need the grill caps to make grill, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across Founder's Gap. Cap across the cap. However, I have an idea. We can grow our grill caps here, she gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back of the room. I can bring you mushrooms. Tal gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? An outsider supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. Tal puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We set all this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. Or at least we could if we had something to grow them. I see where this is going. She rolled her eyes. Okay, yes, I need a favor. She puts a hand on your shoulder. And you are the perfect person to get me those spores. Think about it. You built the still. You are great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Are you flattering me? Is it working? Then yes. She grins sheepishly. This towel is going to be the death man. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. I'm saying it has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the Greenway, I think. All that fresh air, open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back at the still and the fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something, though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Well, I don't. Alright, where are them spores at? Yeah, let's go. That's getting a little annoying to have to do those 2 quicks just to get the Fang. I have no time for you, Fang. Where are the spores? The wastes. Yeah, there's scrap. Wild margins. Look for tracks, search for signals. Well, that's Ankita's thing, so yeah, we're not worried about Ashton. Self-sustaining community. Work the canteen. The only way to become part of the commune is to work your way in through long service. It isn't for everyone. I'm wondering if that's the way in there. Greenway. Exploring the Greenway is unlike any of the. Yeah, I might have to spend time over here. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna have to put some work over in the Greenway to get those spores. Spores for Tala. 3 of them. Okay. Risky. Figures. How are we doing on time? Okay, we got a bit of time. Yeah, we gotta crack into the Greenway. Hey! Definitely going into the Greenway. Yeah. That's alright. Doing a
lot of work today, Emphasis. So, okay, overgrown place. Exploring the greenway, over mapping chambers, define mapping. That's just mapping and stuff. If we... You know what? I'm gonna look it up, because I don't want to, waste time. So... let's just do a quick lookup. Spores. Okay. Let me see here. Spores for Tala. Here we go. Hold on. Get these from mushroom groves in the greenway. You'll know you've made this progress on either Emphasis questline or Rico's questline. Beat this clock. In the greenway. Well, I figured that part out. Spores. Complete all the exploration in the greenway. Okay, great. That's all I need. I'm glad I checked because I was thinking it might have been because it's the commune and stuff, but no, greenway. Okay, we got lots of stuff to use. So risky going green. Okay, walk the greenway. This carries obvious risks. Well, let's drop the 6 on this one then. Boom. Ooh, energy. Nice. Another 6. Great. Farm stacks. Mushroom grows. The aviary. Mushroom grows. Collect spores. Thank you. Forage for fungus. Oh, we can drop one each. Okay, and gives me 1. Okay. Look at that. Work for revenue. Grow mushrooms. Clear the aviary. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, cut away the choking vines. The place should be turned back into a garden or something. Interesting. Well, that is fantastic progress. We're going to clear up those caps for Emphas next. Hell yeah. Okay. Great. It's very exciting. Progress. I love progress. Stupid games make me excited about mushrooms of all things. Good God. 5s, 4, yeah, I'll keep that. Let's keep it. No, we'll just go. We'll just go. Yes, need was clicks. Okay. Farm stacks. Mushroom groves. Okay. So that is the +1. Forage for fungus. No. Chance for negative, we're not doing that. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Let's get in there. 2. 3. Great. Neutral. I will take it. Okay. Alright. So, cross to the rim. Emphas buddy. Look what, no, it's caster. Yeah. Ingredients supplied. Emphas is working on gathering the ingredients and prepping the mushrooms. He has only to rush these things. Alright, well that's okay. First batch. Oh. Okay then. Alright then. Okay. So that's that. I went through that faster than I thought. Clear the aviary. The aviary would be a perfect place to grow mushrooms with some work, that is. Well, we did that. Okay. Conway. Yeah, we're going building the house while everything else is on a cycle. Oh, I don't like those numbers. Well, that is a 6 though. Hey, 2 6s. Sweet. My derelict unit. Hey, neutral. Alright. Squatters' rights. Hell yeah. Feed a stray. Huh. Well, now I can match my thumbnail. There you go. Stray fed. My new apartment. Whoa. The stray hops up into a work surface and looks out of the unit's small window. Doesn't acknowledge your presence, it just sits there beside the tray of crumpled crackers staring at the low end. Yeah, just like a cat. I'm a cat person, by the way. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another in low end, but this vast megastructure, that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this down in the Warrens. You get its sleek dark fur, the sharp eyes, it doesn't look ragged, it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment, which we're squatting in. Approach. You lean a little forward and the stray tenses up, perhaps to give it a moment to get used to you. Fair enough. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of a life, totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven. Well, it's just a cat. The stray cat licks crumbs from its fur. Do you like it here? The stray flicks their tail at the sound of your voice. It's hard to imagine the stray liking anything, or at least being vulnerable enough to admit it. But the stray's pleasure at existing here in this place shines through its every sinew. It is not that the stray is always happy on the eye, but the stray is engaged by this place. It is alive here. Turn your eyes to the window, the one that the stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. Aw. Feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that you might share something with the other, a point of connection. It's just a fucking cat, like, calm down. Then all at once, the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit, and brushes along your legs, and then it is gone. Out through the unit door and back into the course load. That's a good sign, though. Oh, that's cool. Strays and cast, are you useful yet? Nope. Alright. Well, we definitely gotta earn some cash again, because... yeah, we can give you some more there. Okay. Let's see. Like any pet, it's now costing me money. Then we gotta do some work on the side roll. Get some cash going. Oh, I got a 6 and 2 5s though. Yeah, damn it. Should have left it. I had a 6 and 2 5s and I got greedy.
Negative. Damn. Whew. Shit's expensive. Alright. Okay, that's worth re-rolling. Well, maybe not. Hey, positive. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Buy some scrap. No. Hey, Evis. Evis is preparing the dirty mushrooms. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish-white bulb you have never seen before. He is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil that caramelized there and in the well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, Sleeper. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. Recall your oldest memories. Tell another Sleeper story. Wait, nostalgia? Nostalgia. Recall your oldest memories. That's the clue. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it's an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it's a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that the memories survive, and that on occasion they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one reoccurring memory which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. Memphis nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful moments. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown even to yourself. Emma finishes cooking and meets your eye. I am sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me. He smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the grills into it, their yellow color, mixing with the pale sauce in whirls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy you think that SNR left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames there are there to simulate the human experience, you know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air, why that simulation, the sensation of drowning, would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted, and yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. All means something to you. As you finish, Emphas takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning, and smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market, somehow changed. Nice. Discount yet? Nope. Emphas mentions an old recipe for matsutake broth. All he needs are 2 handfuls of matsutake caps, freshly sourced. Of course, just never ends. Never, ever ends. Alright. Well, I bungled the side reel. You know what? I get 5s and 6s. I don't move, I don't do anything with them. Alright, we're gonna need 3 slicker so we could get obsessive haggler. Chance to gain injury after an action, I mean that's always good too, so. Time to hack. Feed the cat every day. Alright, we're coming up on 2 hours, which is pretty good. Oh, that's a 6. I'm leaving that where that is. I've learned my lesson. Maybe. Side reel, let's go. Neutral? I will take it. Okay. I mean, I guess I have 2 places now? Look at me. 1 more for there. Board exchange. This exchange, that exchange. Paper, okay. And let's see if we can finish off side reel before we finish off for today and this week.
Alright. Oh, there's a 5 there, though. Alright. 5 out of 4. Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement near. Havenit's just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you can feel the side row out there, its hulking mass now intimately familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it is ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. Then just a few cycles until Celis makes the draw. Everyone is talking about it, making bets, making claims, excited at the possibility of a new life. But something niggles you. Lem. Without anyone to watch Mina, you doubt he made the construction crew, which means no place in the draw and no future. Better not to think too hard about it. There are no guarantees for anyone. After all, Lem is just another victim of his own hope. You know, oh yeah, I guess I never babysat her again. Oh well. You know better than that. You get ready quickly, trying to outpace the guilt. You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore. There's work to be done. Drive failed. Shit. Oof. Oh, that's rough. Sorry, Lem. Moving the horizon. Celis are preparing. That's a little dark. Side rail draw. It's in 3 days. Yeah. Lem's thing is gone. Shit. I didn't think of that. Yeah. Well, if I ever do another playthrough. Oh well, space sucks. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Overlook is a day away. Scrap Fader's got one more day before it's gone. I'm a heartless monster. Wasn't it? Yeah, Havenit. Okay, all the way back down here. Like I'm essentially just supplying both sides with info. I'm sure that will catch up to me at some point. Oops. Okay, good. Now we can get that. Alright. it's a 6, but everything else sucks. So much better. That worked out nicely. Okay, but let's use one of those 3s. Oh, that didn't work out as well. I'll also use the other 3 for that. There we go. Okay. So, what do we got? Say tractor, crack Conway, find national flotilla, get to know FS, grow mushrooms, improve the overlook. Wait for the first batch. Clear the aviary. Let's do that. Farm stacks. Work the stacks. Barter for food. Steal the harvest. Wow. Pay by yield. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Repeatable action. Some farm, okay. That doesn't like yield me anything, so let's work on the aviary. We're not gonna get 4, so we're not gonna finish it off. Let's just see. Work the canteen life member. Yeah, there's that. Gather scrap. Fang, Haifa commune, aviary, mushroom, farm stacks, founders for okay. So let's put a dent in the Haifa commune here. Work the canteen. Haifa member. Okay. Grow by their coming, feed the members who are invited to assist in maintaining them. Well, okay, this one's 0, so yeah. Most effective use of the 6 for that one. Great. Plus energy, good. New drive. Join the Haifa commune. There we go. Wait for the ticket draw. Alright. Well, that's all that so far. Collect spores. Forage for fungus. Okay. So meat fang in the... oh, yeah. Let's see what he's got. When your reserve stock fang is already set up, crouched among the stacks of equipment, he is leaning over a terminal bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone having it is set against me. A couple of my old system pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Fang does a mock bow. What are we looking at? One massive smoking gun. He raises his eyebrows. Fang beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the waste on his terminal with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Fang shakes his head. There's hundreds of Conway machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars, and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardness got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out there. Machines? That's Conway's whole thing. Remote operated vehicles, drones, cutters, salvage haulers, the full set. Maybe Harden masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling the scrap off the eye. Finn looks worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Havenage knows another corporation is setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's cloud of networks, and the Greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in. We can't hack them? We can from here. He turns and winks. That's why I'm going to pay them a visit. Too risky. You forget, Havenage came in and out of there all cycle. I should be able to get in, as long as no one knows. As long as no one I know sees me, he grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside and open up nodes in their network, maybe we can work in tandem. And we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars. So it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it, but as long as you keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. Pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage to make them count. I modified them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they are tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. We run it just like we did with the agents, hack the nodes. I ping to relocate the ports for the security system, then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. Points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access and spot the first worm. That'll fry their perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank, you need to break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. If I can't, Ben gives you a hard look. You miss a system, you wait too long, they're going to find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm going to let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. Got it. Don't worry, you can run things around the protocols, I've seen it. You can run rings around their protocols, I've seen it. Thing gets up. It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations, then slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing, no matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing, remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. If I get caught or you can't reach me and run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. Don't talk like that. Just listen, he hisses. You've never seen Feng so serious. You take whatever I've managed to pull at that point, all the data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yadigan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Harden isn't snaking away this time, he grins. We've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first worm, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit you as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. Huh. Crack Conway. Slot the first ripper worm. Well, I'm not seeing a timer anywhere. Where are the timers? Let's see. Oh, Talon's ready. Okay. Shipyard, construction goals. Hey, look at the horizon. Nice. That's got a few more days. What are you doing? Oh, that's the draw. Okay. And what's this? Launch? Okay. Talo comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. She's grinning from ear to ear. Can I try? Obviously, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, the newly installed lights making the place look clean
whether it is or not. Tal has already pulled up a couple of stools around a metal crate where 2 glasses with a few fingers, pale grill inside sit waiting. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she is nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table, the slight strangeness of the situation making you both jumpy. Tal hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the print, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushroom, the wood and the soil. Oh god, left behind like sediment, barely there. Soil! I mean, oh god, I don't get mushrooms. Not bad, actually. You sure? Maybe need some diluting? Tal smiles. That might work. Open it up a bit. Tal grabs a metal bottle from the newly installed work surface and adds a few drops of water into it. Try again. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness is less heavy. You taste something floral in among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. It's really good, right? It is. Tal grins with her whole face, and that makes you smile too. Tal pours out some more griot and then adds some more water. The action's already taking on the quality of original. You both drink. Tal tucks her feet up beneath her on the bar stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. What's on your mind? That is the thing with whiskey. You can put a couple drops of water that actually might cut the harshness, but you get more taste out of it. And I know very little. I just started like paying attention to that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah, it's weird because I always thought hearing people talk like that for like wine and stuff. I can't drink wine. I get instant headache from it. I thought that's ridiculous, and then I got into the whiskey kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, I know what notes are. Still, it's fun. Just don't get all snobby and pretentious about it. But that goes with most things. Tal tucks her feet up beneath her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquor around thoughtfully. What's on your mind? Tal looks up, nothing in particular. My father opened this place, she says out of nowhere, her thoughts suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the eye. You were refugees? From Sinza, yeah, it's one of the Ember's lesser moons. She takes a drink. I don't remember much. I was only tiny when we came. I was just thinking about something my father told me. When he first set this place up, he wanted to call it the Bataillon, but he was afraid it'd scare the customers, so he kind of translated it, hence the Overlook. In these past few cycles, when I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place Shuxia. The Bataillon, what do you think? What does it mean? Dad said he translated it to the Overlook, so something like that. Watchtower, maybe? Lookout? Tala picks up her glass. That settles it then. To the Bataillon. You both clink your glasses and drink up. Tala hisses through her teeth. Still harsh, she laughs, then suddenly grabs her shoulder. Oh, Sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to her corner of the room, covered with a plastic sheet, and whips it off like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it's a neat little kitchen, a sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen. She doesn't give you time to respond. You can come make stuff here anytime, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the girl. I was thinking, too, that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the Bataillon. What do you think? Do you like it? It's perfect. Tal gives you a hug, then quickly stands up. I'm sorry, I'm just so glad you're here, she grins. Me too. As Tal tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking that it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tal comes back through the bar, and you stare a glass at the good grill, the one she didn't distill. And this time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the eye, which after everything that has happened feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes to time to leave, you promise to cook for Tal and agree to let her know which shift she'll be working in the coming cycles, and then slip out into the pool of the rotunda, and in this moment you feel at once, I'm home. Nice. Free spirit. I'm just getting a bunch of trophies today. Drive complete. Atlantean. Input 1 cap. Cook grill caps. Bar shift. Very nice. Upgrades. Got a point. Go. Thrill Seeker +1. Now we can get into Obsessive Hagler next. Alright. Really nice progress. Okay, well. Time since last autosave. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do. I always want to make sure it saves, so we'll do this to make sure it saves here. Feed the cat. End the cycle. A lot of progress we jammed into today. That's pretty good. Oh, look at all those. Those are some nice dice. Okay. So, that's gonna be it. Since last autosave. Didn't it just save right now? Saving. 1 second. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. We'll be back again next week. I'll be doing at least one day. Probably not. No, we can probably do both days. Visiting family next weekend, so. Oh, not both days. We'll do one day for sure. Probably just Sunday. But yeah. Maybe I'll squeeze in another day this coming week. But yes, so that's going to be it for today. So that is, yeah, I'm an Extra Life streamer. I'm streaming to raise funds specifically for Sick Kids Toronto. When I was 2 and 4, they helped me out of a jam. Actually, not to diminish or speak of it too lightly. But, yeah, I had leukemia when I was a kid, twice. Very scary, especially in the 80s. Well, it's scary anytime, but it wasn't as, I guess, well known about as it is now. Like a lot of things from, you know, nearly 40 years ago. Well, 40 years ago, I'm 42. I was 2 the first time. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Extra Life is fantastic. It's my 6th year. Best thing I do all year for the last 6 years. And it's great. So, you'll see all the links in the Twitch description there. Or not, well, all the links on my Twitch page, sorry. Extra Life page itself, where you can donate there. My Facebook fundraiser page, you can also make a donation there. Reach out to me, especially about Extra Life, but, you know, drop a line. Risen72 on Twitter and Instagram and Threads, even though I haven't used Threads just yet. I don't think there's a website for it. I think it's only through mobile, which is kind of annoying because I'll make a tweet and then I just copy it down the line. So, if I can use my computer, I'd rather use my computer. I was alive in the before times, before cell phones, so I still prefer to do things on a giant screen rather than ever getting a smaller one. So, enough of my old man rant. That's what's happening. Let me know if you have any questions about donating to Extra Life, donating specifically to Sick Kids Toronto, and if I don't know the answer, I will get you the answer. And yeah, like I say, feel free to drop me a line on any of those things. My streams now, if you miss it, don't worry, I will be throwing them on my YouTube channel, which you can find me at Risen72 on YouTube. Can you see the theme? There's a social platform out there that doesn't have Risen72 yet. Let me know. I will go claim it. Please don't take it from me. I have a branding thing happening. And if I can't get Risen72, I don't use that social platform. So there. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Maybe the Sunday morning thing will kick in. I enjoyed it. It's the first day. See if we make a new tradition. It's always fun. Alright, everybody. So long.